Hello everyone, I'm Zelda. Today let's get to know a musician. Originally, I want to talk about Chopin or Tchaikovsky because they are my favorite composers of the Romantic period. However, I was debating whether to discuss Chopin or Tchaikovsky. A certain public account recommended a film to me. I felt it might be some kind of distant encounter, so I watched the film. After finishing it, I think it's quite worth recommending. So let's save Chopin or Tchaikovsky for another time. Let's talk about this film, Days of Happiness, instead. According to my normal life frequency, it seems my guardian spirit did indeed lead me to this film at the right time. The film was released in September last year and tells the story of a conductor struggling in his career, family, and love life. I wouldn't recommend it to friends who are not into the arts because some plot points may not resonate with them. And for the general audience, the pacing of the film may not be very appealing. However, it really struck a chord with me. I particularly like their slow-paced films without overly exaggerated acting or emotional manipulation. The only downside is in terms of visual and actorial aesthetics. If the film could enhance some details in color grading, impactful music, and special cinematography effects, it would be excellent. Okay, let's talk about the plot. Because it involves themes of same-sex relationships, friends who may feel uncomfortable with emotions should step aside. The story follows Ima, a conductor in the midst of her career ascent. It starts with her successful Mozart-themed concert in May. Then we see her having a conversation with her manager, who is also her father. From their conversation, we can sense her father's high expectation and his desire for her to continue progressing in her career, hinting at some control issues. Later, Ima shows a kiss with her girlfriend, a cellist in the orchestra, by the stairs. Let's just call her girlfriend the girlfriend for simplicity. They chat, and we learn that the girlfriend has an ex-husband and children. Despite this, Ima wants to celebrate, and the girlfriend agrees to spend an hour at her place. After celebrating, Ima asks the girlfriend how they felt about the first movement of the Mozart concert. The girlfriend says it was great and expresses pride in her. Then Ima confesses that whenever she moves her hands from here to there, she feels like crying. Somehow, I empathize with this moment. Seeing Ima on the verge of tears made me emotional too. Later, the girlfriend reminds Ima it's time to leave after 3 hours. Ima gets up, puts up her hands, and leaves. But the overall atmosphere is still harmonious. Moving on to July concert, there's an issue with song selection. At this point, her mentor tells her something crucial. If you want to evoke emotions and make me feel the music, you must feel it yourself. Otherwise, you are just an average performer. Genuinely experiencing them. It's not about the Oscars. She needs to break some rules. This statement is important. So art enthusiasts should understand its significance. Later, Ima's father, acting as her manager, selected the challenging Schönberger for her. At this time, news of Ima's grandmother's passing arrives, and Ima also learns that her grandfather passed away a few months ago, a fact her father chose not to disclose until now. We'll discuss why he didn't tell her in a moment. That night, neither father nor doctor can sleep. Ima asks her father if he's thinking about her grandmother. He says no. as he has no interest in the violin on the past, because it only makes you dull and weak, hindering you from moving forward. He motions Emma is easily swayed by emotions. As the concert approaches, Emma tells her girlfriend she will perform Schamberger. The girlfriend commends her bravery, sadly implying doubts about her ability to perform Schamberger well. This moment reveals that the girlfriend may not fully understand Emma, or perhaps encouragement would suffice at this point without adding any psychological pressure. Rehearsals start soon after, and I suddenly realize Emma's charm. The piece demands anger and violence. Yet Emma's character throughout the film exudes a gentle and naive vibe, make her unsuitable for portraying such emotions. Then the catalyst for her emerges while teaching her girlfriend to play the cello. Emma motions watching to introduce her to her son, but the girlfriend refuses. Emma becomes frustrated, accusing the girlfriend of not taking her seriously, which the girlfriend denies, stating that Emma prioritizes her career. Emma expresses her dislike for the outdated notion that understanding someone requires another person's effort. She apologizes, stating she just wants to feel confident in her relationship or else. What's the point of being together? Later, Emma attends a friend's birthday party and encounters her ex, with whom she shares a brief moment of happiness. Personally, I found this aspect hard to accept, as it felt like the only blemish in an otherwise engaging film. Perhaps my view of love in the artistic realm is too narrow. The scene shifts back to the rehearsal, where Emma's father noticed her lack of anger and attempts to provoke it, but fails. Emma wakes up at her girlfriend's place, both rushing hangovers. Her girlfriend still refuses to introduce Emma to her son and continues therapy sessions with her ex-husband. Emma erupts in fury, accusing her girlfriend of lying and feeling foolish for waiting. As for who's lying, only they know for sure. Later, Emma thanks her girlfriend's ex-husband bringing her son home, leaving her feeling uneasy. Rehearsals resume, and Emma, like a child, confronts her girlfriend, expressing the importance of their relationship, especially with the Schamberger concert approaching. The girlfriend questions why Emma insists despite her suffering, suggesting they should part ways. Pleads with her girlfriend not to leave, especially with the Schamberger concert imminent. The girlfriend reassures her she won't leave. The July Schamberger concert proceeds smoothly, but the mentor who advised Emma to perform with genuine emotions seems unsatisfied. Without granting Emma, he leaves, causing her distress. Emma argues with her father, demanding to know who he didn't tell her about her grandfather's death. He reveals her grandfather's history of violence, explaining his reluctance for Emma to have any association with him. Later that night, Emma calls her father, asking what made him stop loving her. Her seems puzzled, asking if she's on drugs. Once again, my heart aches for Emma. Later, a company is interested in signing Emma, prompting her to consider reelecting her father as her manager. The scene shifts to Emma living with her girlfriend, discussing their ideas. The girlfriend admits being moved by Emma, and finally, Emma meets her son, Jade, and their relationship gradually warms up. The story culminates in a September Mahler concert, where Emma circles the conducting roles she wasn't initially entitled to, thanks to her mentor. However, 10 years between Emma and her father escalated. Her mother visits Emma and pleads with her to stop fighting with her father, as their arrangements are hurting her. She implores her father to stop digging into the past, which only brings pain. Emma explodes, demanding her mother to wake up. On the bright side, progress is made in her romantic life as her girlfriend confides in her cousin, relieving Emma of the burden of secrecy. However, to her other family members, their relationship remains abnormal, an immutable fact. Emma fears her girlfriend mate leaves and hastily suggests they move in together, but her girlfriend gets upset, feeling it's too soon. She suggests leaving if Emma can't handle it, leading to an argument. During the successful Mahler concert, flashbacks depict Emma's harsh treatment by her father throughout her life, including a scene where he throws her into a swimming pool, echoing Emma's fear of water and inability to swim motions earlier. As it's a soulful performance, the concert is a resounding success. Afterward, Emma and her girlfriend finally reconcile on the stage, gaining a deeper understanding of each other. Emma also expresses her love for her father, despite not wanting him as her manager anymore. In the end, Emma learns to swim, overcoming her fear of water. Throughout the entire film, I recommend relatively composed, but unexpectedly, I couldn't hold back my emotions at the end. Suddenly, I empathized with her. The last time I shed tears while watching a movie was a long time ago. I've never told anyone about my fear of water. However, when 2020, I learned to swim. And since then, I no longer fear water. But the significance of overcoming my fear has faded. You don't know how much I love little Emma, or why I still drowned in the water despite knowing how to swim. Well, that concludes the move. I've seen some reviews saying they felt misled by the title because the move didn't seem happy at all. But in my opinion, actually quite happy. These travel moments in life reference the fundamental meaning of life. At least adorable little Emma used her own energy to improve herself, even though she couldn't fully accept her father in the end. However, she still chose to tell him she loved him. Despite having such a difficult girlfriend who easily tells her to leave, Emma is still willing to be understanding and solve all the problems, rather than giving up on people or love. This is actually one of the happiest states in life. If you can't feel happiness from such a work, then either your life is truly lacking nothing and you have more sophisticated ways of finding joy, or you haven't factored any setbacks in life, and your family, friends, and lover have provided you with enough emotion warmth, or you fall into the mind trap set by capitalism, thinking that only material possession, money, alcohol and drugs can bring your happiness. So I recommend everyone to watch this movie and truly feel what days of happiness mean. Alright, let's talk about Mozart next. We want to discuss Schubert and Mahler for now, as I'm not very familiar with them. Personally, I mostly listen to Chopin, Tchaikovsky, Debussy, Mozart, Bach, and Liszt on a regular basis, and some Beethoven when I am feeling energetic. I look into Schubert and Mahler when I have time. Now, Mozart, whose full name is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, was a composer from the Seiko period. I read his biography back in 2016, and I found his short life to be quite tumultuous. I recommend everyone to read his biography. He truly was a genius. He was born in Austria and composed his first piece at the age of 6. At 7, he began touring Europe with his father, and at age, he composed his first symphony. He later became a court musician for nobility, but few out of favor when they grew tired of him. Despite facing financial struggles, his genius ensured that there were always patrons willing to support him. Although he passed away at the age of 35, he created many outstanding works, such as L'Office di Figaro, Magic Flute, Don Giovanni, and his Symphony No. 40 in G minor. As for his cause of death, there are many theories. If I remember correctly, the biography I read suggested that he died from a disease similar to syphilis due to his chaotic personal life and minor complicated relationships. But geniuses often have peculiarities to surprise the inner souls, regardless of what kind of person he has. We are only interested in his works. It's not like studying his quirks will make us geniuses. Maintain normal life habits. Of course, if your quirk allows you to immerse yourself in artistic creation within the bounds of the law, then enjoying your happiness to the fullest. Well, that's the end of our topic for today. If anyone has more thoughts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye. Violence. 来，这句话不行。